Greetings, hello, welcome on in, Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. Listen, I want to talk about, obviously, World of Warcraft right now. What are we going to talk about today? I want to talk about delves now. Delves are pretty cool. Now, Brann, as you know, got a new spec this season, a tank spec. And when it first came out, he was pretty overpowered. I mean, people were running through tier 11s pretty dang fast. So obviously Blizzard saw this and was like, wait a minute, we got to nerf him. Now the nerfs are already in and people are kind of mixed. Obviously right now he has been nerfed. Now I've seen a lot of conversation about his nerfs and his initial, OP-ness in the sense of when he was released. I kind of want to talk about that. So obviously he got nerfed. It's been in for a bit. I think it was introduced into this week, or maybe it was a hot patch. A hot patch added in. But anyway, he's been nerfed, and some people are saying that he's now kind of underpowered. Now, again, the person that said this was a little bit lower item level for the tier delve that they were in, so it could be a good balance. Again, you do want a perfect balance. And I'm seeing, obviously a camp saying, oh, I don't know why they're nerfing this type of stuff. It's only delves, right? And I think that saying it's only delves is a terrible argument. Remember, guys, delves are supposed to be an end game system. It's supposed to, I mean, again, it's not competing right now with Mythic Plus or Mythic rating, but it's supposed to be another end game system, right? Now, obviously, this is only the second season we're seeing delves in. The first season, we saw the first iteration. It was pretty good. Now, the only problem with delves in the first season is it didn't give gilded crests. Right now, gilded crests, as you know, are the crests that you use to upgrade mythic tier items or even high heroic track items, right? So, I mean, hero track items, whatever the word is, right? Now, you couldn't get that. You would have to go into mythics or into mythic rating or high end heroic rating, right? So, in season 2 they added in those tokens. Right now obviously it's very much capped, very low, but you still can get gilded from tier 11 bountiful chests at the end, right? Now, that kind of eliminates the whole thing of like, oh, it's only delves. Well, delves are another way for people to level up their gear slowly, obviously, compared to Mythic and Mythic rating, but it's still an in-game system. So, no, of course, they're going to nerf an OP class, an OP spec, right? They're going to obviously do that. Like, for example, right, when Death Knights first came and they were overpowered, and they got nerfed. Now, I'd rather have a class or a spec come in overpowered than underpowered, right? Overpowered, it's like, oh, everyone's going to rush to it, and then it's going to get nerfed, and people who actually really enjoy the class or spec are going to stay with it, right? Now, imagine if a class or spec came in and it was super underpowered. No one would really want to play it. Even if it got buffed, that initial, playing with the class isn't going to be there and they might not play it. So that's why I think it was intentional that, again, I think they did internal testing. They had to, right? I think they originally said, okay, this might be overpowered, but we want it to be overpowered so everyone's using it. And then once we nerf it, people who really enjoy using it will still use it. I think that's a really good tactic. You always should overbuff something than underbuffing something. So I think they did a perfect job in that. And people who say, again, oh, it's only delves, it's an endgame system that will be advancing as the seasons go on. And honestly, I think they're going to eventually, again, quote me on this one, guys. I'm making a bold prediction here in the closet that they're going to be making delves as lucrative as mythics. Maybe up till a 7, right? That's what I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. Again, endgame systems have to compete with each other. Oh, well, then mythics would compete, delves would compete with mythics. Good. Multiple avenues to get the same loot is a perfect system. Oh, I like mythics more. Okay, go down the mythics route. They just have to make sure the difficulty's there, right? They have to make sure. Because remember, guys, tier 8 was only the highest thing for rewards. Now, technically, for gear rewards, you can only do tier 8 for delves. But now 11s give you gilded, so there's a chance to go higher. Now, will we see advancements of the system? I hope so. Again, you want to have the same difficulty level, different branches of different ways to get loot, and then people will navigate the way they want to go, not forcing them to go into mythics or forcing them to go into rating. That's why we saw the original mythics to begin with, right? One of the reasons why. So again, Brann got a nerf. It was needed, sure. It sucks, but maybe he needs a little buff. Usually when they nerf things, they do nerf it to the ground and then build it back up casually over time. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I haven't even used Brann as a tank. I only use him as a healer. But maybe I should try it. How are you guys feeling about the nerfs, the buffs? How do we feel about Brann as a tank? Again, this is all new stuff for Blizzard, so hopefully they do it a little bit better in the future. But I want to hear your opinion, guys. But Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. I'll see you guys in the next one.